Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation call for Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve, November 25th, 2020. We're having a time for change call tonight at 9 p.m. on this line. As always, I suggest you bring something to write on, like a journal or something. Externality, the external authorities on this planet, things are quite entertaining at this stage. Of the last vestiges of the lower dark frequencies that have gripped this planet for thousands of years. Perpetual and effortless reverence for life. Perpetual and effortless reverence for life. In the enlightened state, we cannot help but feel totally in awe of life. In the enlightened state, we are seeing a divine intelligence is deeply rooted and alive in all things, objects, situations, and people. It is obvious that there is a higher intelligence behind every experience, action, and occurrence. We do see that there is no such thing as coincidence, of course, and we live in constant reverence for life, participating with ease in the natural flow and celebrating in this spiritual connection that's all around us. This is what I ask you to take with you at the end of yesterday's meditation. Observing the mirror reflection within every interaction. This is where we're going, okay? This is eventually where this civilization, each and every one of us will embrace and continue to expand. When the state of enlightened awareness is super strong with us, we stop identifying with our physical body as who we are. We instead see our infinite nature is everywhere, in all things, in people. We see it as the backdrop, blackboard that the entire universe is written upon. We know we are the universal body. Not the physical, not what we're in, not what we navigate with in physical form, but the universal body. And we find every one of mankind as a glimmering facet reflecting this unique individuated point of consciousness within ourselves. And the mirror ignites a natural realization that everyone is our teacher, pointing us back to us, the lessons and messages we most need to hear. And the enlightened awareness shows us that we are not separate from anyone and anything, and we effortlessly live in a state of joy and universal harmony wherever we go. Feeling of being deeply settled and completely still inside. No matter what chaos is occurring in the outer world, there is always a point of perpetual stillness at each and every one of our cores. We are the center of the cyclone that no drama, violence, or ending can threaten. We know our true nature is eternal and that nothing can destroy us. We are rooted within this moment so deeply that nothing can shake us or disturb our inner peace. We laugh with lightness at the trivial stresses that used to plague our daily minds as we relax deeper into the recesses of our innermost being. A deep knowing that all is perfect in life. There is a natural understanding that all is well and unfolding exactly as it should. We see the universal perfection that is here now, and we accept that it has the highest vision in sight of how life should be. And we stop fighting with others outside ourselves because the fight has stopped within ourselves. We are the source of nonviolence, attacking and judging nothing we see within. There is only a respect for the perfection that is constantly unfolding around us. Knowing the mind can have its fabrications about how things should be, yet abide instead in the deeper resources of peace that know otherwise. Being himself the Supreme Being, but thinking himself to be separate, man strives and struggles to become united. What is stranger than this, Ramana Maharishi? Being himself the Supreme Being, which means each and every one of us being ourselves the Supreme Being, but at the same time thinking of ourselves to be separate. So we strive and struggle to become united, and what is stranger than that? How to reach the enlightened state of consciousness? It's vital to know that it is available to everyone at all times and perpetually lies dormant at the core of each of our being. And the more we rest within ourselves in a life free from stress, desire, and activity, the more we relax inside and soon realize its astounding power. So as this brilliant gateway is gradually opened, we see how easy it is to create anything and everything that we desire. Our normal awareness pierces like a laser beam through the negative beliefs, which normally would have stopped us from moving forward. And we see how fun and easy it is to accept the possibility of instant manifestation. Instant moving energy into form, bringing it into reality, creating it into reality, instant manifestation. The more often we sit still, practice quieting the mind, watching the breath rise and fall, doing nothing, the more we, the divine consciousness, awakens within us. And when we stop and meditate on the source of consciousness itself, we discover that it's everywhere we are. It is our very nature and is as bright and brilliant as the sun. It is so obvious that it cannot be missed. When we catch hold of it and let go of our attachment to the outer phenomenal world, we see that this consciousness has a power which is so all-encompassing that we stop looking outside of ourselves for answers. And we start listening to the omniscient wisdom that is constantly bubbling up from within our very core. Look at your mind dispassionately. This is enough to comment. Look at your mind dispassionately. This is enough to comment. When it is quiet, you can go beyond it. Do not keep it busy all the time. Stop it and just be. If you give it a rest, it will settle down and recover its purity and strength. Constant thinking makes it decay. Nisargadatta. With the enlightened state, we can live a life that is free from doubt and fear because we know that something universally intelligent is guiding us each step of the way. We are never bored with life, nor seeking gratification from our outer world, because ordinary life situations are constantly transformed into a deeply ecstatic, spiritually awakening moments. There is no attachment to our lives, to desires, to possessing anything, acquiring anything, nor escaping from any experience. We meet our lives full on, embracing the divine circumstances that we are given, facing them with complete ecstasy, because we have already found that we were searching for our entire lives. We've discovered an eternal source of peace within that cannot be shaken or disturbed by anything or anyone in the outer world. The greatest secret to finding the state of enlightened consciousness is when we get in touch with our deepest personal trauma and emotional pain. Our pain is there for a very profound spiritual reason. It pushes us to reach for the divine. We need a propulsion fuel so deep and powerful that it launches us directly into real spiritual awareness. We are so deeply asleep to our all-powerful infinite nature on a day-to-day basis that the only thing strong enough to break through this veil is a burning desire to be free from our suffering. It is our deepest pain that liberates us. And feeling into it daily will pave the path to our highest freedom. When we get a taste of enlightened consciousness, everything changes. We see everything as a spiritual experience. We see our mind instantly stops judging the world, ourselves, and our lives as we recognize the source of real peace here, now. We live in this world, yet truly beyond the judgments of this world. We live in this world, yet truly beyond the judgments of this world. This non-judgmental approach liberates our energy to relax into the infinite healing presence of our being. This is how we attain the initial taste of our unbounded freedom. It all begins with a simple connection with our own awareness and consciousness. When we drop into what is aware, what is present, what is watching the watcher who is observing this experience of life, we open the doors to 100% pure awareness, free from the mind. By reopening this door again and again, we soon discover the highest, most blissful state of experience a mankind can attain. Outer circumstances don't need so much effort to be changed, but the inner liturgy is centuries old. The unconsciousness is so primitive, its roots are so deep, that it needs a total determination on your part, a tremendous determination, a commitment, a deep involvement. You have to risk all. Unless that happens, it is impossible to change yourself. You will remain the same also. It truly depends on where we are currently at in our inner journey as to how many days, months, or years it will take before we discover our natural enlightened state. The more often we can practice resting in deep states of stillness, completely dropping all mind chatter, the faster the enlightened state will arrive at our doorstep. Ultimately, it is the commitment to ourselves that sparks the evolution to finding higher consciousness. And when we are truly committed to unveiling our infinite spiritual nature, diving deeper each day into the discovery of who we truly are, it is only a short matter of time before the universe delivers us to this ultimate enlightened state of being. Knowing that with that which will totally satisfy our hearts and fulfill every yearning within our soul is not a small matter. When it comes down to it, the level of devotion we have to finding real freedom, the enlightened state, is a reflection of how much we actually love ourselves. It is a reflection of how much we actually love ourselves. Life is a test of our depth of self-love. The level of enlightenment we experience along the way determines how often and quickly we can summon the quality of unstoppable inner peace, creativity, or compassion for others. The enlightened state is the base factor that determines how successful we are on a spiritual path, and the main reason and purpose why we are all here. It is only through the infinite exploration of our inner journey that we can experience a real sense of freedom in our lives. It is an ironic thing, yet in the enlightened state, we see that everyone is enlightened except for ourselves. We realize that there truly is no self, and thus there is no more suffering. It may be hard to comprehend because we are so accustomed to being identified with this mind, ego, and body. Yet the more we realize our true nature, the more we discover a life that is free from any form of pain. This freedom is the great spiritual peak that we are each here to climb and conquer. Every great work, every great accomplishment has been brought into manifestation through holding to the vision, and often just bore the big achievement comes apparent failure and discouragement. Florence Scovel Shin. One personal word of advice for each of us on our journey is to be patient with ourselves, as there are 1,000 brilliant obstacles along the way. On this great journey, the difference between illusion and reality is very, very slim, and will create many veils between the mind and your consciousness. You may forget many times that the highest state of freedom is here, available right now, waiting for you. It is like Mount Everest, always there, yet often hidden behind the clouds. Very few have the courage to even attempt to climb, so don't give up if you don't arrive on your first or 100th crack at it. There will always be another moment in the future, or perhaps another lifetime, when you will have more desire, courage, trust, and a fierce, penetrating, laser-like awareness to burn through the cloudy veils of the mind. A real good statement by Oscar Wilde: be yourself, everyone else is already taken. Be yourself, everyone else is already taken. When the violin can stop worrying about the future, it will become such a drunk, laughing nuisance that God will then lean down and start combing you into his hair. Have it. And whether we argue this fact or not with ourselves, a lot of us do, life is always teaching us what we most need to know. Sometimes it provides us with negative experiences so that we learn how to deepen, soften, and let go. While other times we receive positive experiences so we remember how sacred every breath and heartbeat truly are. If you look closely at your life, you'll notice that there is and always has been a constant swinging from a positive to a negative life experience, and then back again. This eternal pendulum, if you will, pendulum swing, is there for one very divine reason, so that you learn how to be free from both extremes and are forced to discover the deeply creative, all-powerful manifesting being that you truly are. As we naturally grow and mature in this life, we realize that our problems cannot be solved by changing the outer world. We see that our real issues shift by diving into our inner world and reaching towards our true center, where we can clearly see how each problem is an opportunity for greater enlightenment and transformation. We all signed up, in a way, to ascend into higher levels of consciousness. When we accept this as a truth, we can let go of playing the role of the hero, victim, or perpetrator in our lives. This enables us to truly enjoy the natural swing of life's pendulum, and we can fall deeper into this enjoyment as long as we continue to breathe. The more deeply we breathe, the more we drop our mind chatter, the easier it is to connect with the divine consciousness at the center of our being. It is here that we find our real power to choose how we wish to relate and respond to each pendulum swing. We can sit back and observe how our mind may try to control the pendulum, avoid it, ignore it, or simply accept it is happening. When we surrender and accept it, we can decide to transcend it completely. Then we are no longer slaves to the good and bad occurrences of this crazy world. Only abiding at the center of our being can we remember that we are the ultimate authority of our reality. We are supreme reality. This is where our true freedom is. And it becomes obvious that we move energy into form, create into reality, manifest, is purely determined by where and what we are focusing our attention on. You focus your attention on worry, stress, and fear, lack of, having, not having. To find everlasting peace with the pendulum, we must learn to trust in it. Life is scheduled in these pivotal extremes so that we stop clinging to it all and learn how to see the grand unfoldment of our soul's journey. Every high and low extreme is designed to crack our hearts and minds wide open so that we surrender to our highest power and know without a doubt that it's possible to manifest anything we want. And the great pendulum swing summons our soul to reach all the way inwards until we are living and breathing a spiritual life. We really don't care to have anything less than this. We want it all. We all deserve the best of everything. It is from rooting ourselves in our spiritual journey that our consciousness blossoms, making each day more amazing than the last. And the real growth of our spiritual path in life comes from feeling into what's uncomfortable. Our pain pushes us to reach deeper inside, so we are beyond life, the reach of the pendulum swing, and can find the silent stillness that is unmoving at the core of our being. And this stillness is our real teacher in life. It shows us that happiness is not all about getting what we think we want. It's not about controlling the low swing, remaining in the middle, or staying at the high point. Real happiness comes from knowing we are already truly free. We are free from the ever-changing pendulum in whatever painful extreme it may move into. This freedom feeling is like taking a bath in the eternal fountain of youth, where we naturally recognize our true enlightened nature that always was and will always be beyond it all. How can the eternal self have attachments? It is always pure, untainted, and unattached. It is always opening, experiencing presence. You are pure reality. You are the imperishable self. You were never born. You never did prevail. And you will never die. You are the one. The all-pervading one. The only work is to just drop into what is. Robert Adams. It's good to know that we were born to experience an initial clinging to life, yet we were not meant to hold on to this clinging forever. If we are getting wrapped up in the drama of our lives, trapped in a negative emotion or heavy thought pattern, we are just overly identified with our mind. We have forgotten we are more than just a body and ego identity. We are an eternal soul that will live forever. This world is made of energy, information, and intelligence that is always changing. And whenever we get stuck, fixated, or hooked on any one thing, idea, or expectation, we get hooked into the illusion, and this adds extra weight to our pendulums. Our pendulums becomes spring-loaded, and when we hit an extreme, it then catapults back the opposite direction to reach an even further extreme. And the only way to transcend this perpetual intensity and annoying repetition is to return to the stillness at the center. That is at our core, beyond the mind. And when we drop deep inside and become super vigilant with our thoughts, we'll be able to see and feel the pendulum swing coming before it actually happens. We notice the mind's preference towards having to have only a positive experience and not a negative one. Again, the more attached we become, the more we suffer in the swing. The next time this occurs, just try to become aware of the experience without becoming identified with the experience. For example, the mind might say, because this is manifested, now my life is truly good. Or since this just happened, now my life is horrible. This is how the mind gets hooked by the play of life and the divine pendulum swing. So don't get hooked by the judgmental mind. Instead, just notice what it was that hooked you. And trust the momentum will soon swing in the opposite direction the very moment you relax, breathe, and let go. Stop imagining yourself being or doing this or that, and the realization that you are the source and the heart of all will dawn on you. Nisargadatta Maresh. For the next 24 hours, I invite you to partake in a little enlightening experiment. Pay attention to your inner pendulum. Dedicate one full day of your life to watching it move. Start with nothing where you think you are at on the pendulum. Swing right now. Are you at a high point in your life, down in the dumpsters, or stuck flat in the middle? Take one giant step back from your life and welcome a larger perspective on reality. You will soon see that it doesn't matter so much where your pendulum is temporarily at, yet more importantly is how you are relating to it and who you are defining yourself to be from this assessment. The moment-to-moment practice of watching your pendulum will help you discover what it's like to reach your natural enlightened state. And importantly so, be gentle with yourself on this journey, as it truly requires a completely quiet, open mind to see all of life with clear, non-judgmental eyes. Be aware when you notice yourself judging others or yourself, as this means you're about to get hooked into thinking that you are this one high or low experience. You are not just any one life experience. You are all of them. Remain the detached watcher and calm witnesser as much as you can with your mind, just so that you own this greater truth. Then your entire day becomes a journey into liberation. The pendulum will swing on its own from high to low. And as you watch, you always remain free. You can then be free from all the insecurity and fear, because you know life's pendulum in time will swing back into security and confidence again and again and again. The moment you start seeing life as non-serious, a playfulness, all the burden on your heart disappears. All the fear of death, of life, of love, everything disappears. One starts living with a very light weight or almost no weight. So weightless one becomes. One can fly in the open sky. Ocho. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted. And I'm sure we all are. And the first thing that we want to do is relax our bodies. Head to toe, inside and out. Remember, your body is a vessel. Watch it. Talk with it. Eliminate the stress, the fear, the worry from you. Only you can do it. Only you. And when you do, you're freeing yourself and the body from all of this heaviness and all of this weight and pulling. And you know where it's at. You know, you drop your shoulders, you drop the face. You just relax. You let it all go. Without fear. You're eternal. Does it make any sense to any of us to just grab onto anger, fear, and hatred, drag it through our lives for years? Does it do any good for us? In the beginning we learn, but after a while it becomes so redundant, it poisons our very existence. So we relax the body, head to toe. We move into the now. The now is what we have. It's all we have. And what does the now do? It stills the mind, the ego, the subconscious. It stills it. You move out of it. When you are engaging the mind, you're in stillness. Moment to moment, the space between heartbeat, you practice this every day, every night, every morning. You move more into the center of your existence. We are not talking about your body. Some of us will go into the past. We all do, and then we're exempt from it. A little song or, something sparks and we go in and reminisce. But a lot of us will stay there and we will literally take the past, bring it into a future that doesn't exist, create the future from that past, relive that past in that future. There's a lot of people on this planet doing that right in this now. And interesting enough for most of us is that we never visit the now. We're either in the past, reliving it, or in the future, trying to discover it. But we never pay any attention to the now. This is where your peace is. This is where your journey begins. This is where your true freedom is. The now, which allows you to discover your God, your pure consciousness. And it moves you outside of the craziness. Now, how do we stay in the now? How do we do it? We all wander. We all have thousands of thoughts, 24/7, banging on us. Every second there's a thought. We all know it. And most of them aren't ours. So moving into the now And one of the most powerful energy sources we have is our breath. It's divine positive energy. It's because it sustains the vessel that holds the kingdom of God. It is more than breath. It is your gateway to all of your inner discovery. It is your vehicle to still the mind, the ego, the subconscious. It is omnipotently powerful. So whenever you feel yourself slipping off into thought processes, into a future or past, you focus on your breath. You don't have to go into a little room to do that. You just do it. You can be talking with someone and you just focus on your breath. That stills the mind. Doesn't that sound great? That all that chatter leaves you? So that's how you stay in the now. And our breath. We take our breath. We're relaxed. We're sedentary. We take our divine positive energy and we bring it right up through the center of our bodies, right up the spine, up to the top of the head. And these are known as chakras, wheels of light, energy vortexes. These are the bridges of the astral plane, the pure consciousness, all the particles of existence. These are our conduits. They're all different colors. They all have different flowers in the center of them. And in the center of the flower, all different geometrical shapes. Now, we combine our divine positive energy, our breath, with our God force, love, light energy, our chi, our ki, our prana, our power. And we combine them. And we watch through our heart, mind's motion picture. It's through the fruit chakra, the red wheel of light, the Muladhara, career, money, mindset, and sense of belonging. These are all you, each of us. They're a navigation. They're an understanding of what it is in this physical life. And the Muladhara represents our foundation and feeling of being in the now. It's at the base of the spine, the tailbone area. Emotional issues. Survival issues such as financial independence, money, and food. Physical associations, spine, rectum, legs, arms, circulatory system. We move to the orange wheel of light, sacral chakra, the Vadasthana. Sexuality and pleasure. It's our connection and ability to accept others and new experiences. What happens if you can't accept yourself? What happens if you run from new experiences? Location is lower abdomen, about 2 inches below the navel and 2 inches in. Emotional issues, sense of abundance, well-being, pleasure, sexuality. Physical association, reproductive organs, kidneys, bowels, immune system. Then we move to the solar plexus chakra, the yellow gold wheel of light, the Manipura. Personal power and ability to channel. It's our ability to be confident and in control of our lives, which means in the now. Fluid. It's in the upper abdomen and the stomach area. Emotional issues are what? Self-worth, self-confidence, self-esteem. Physical association, central nervous system, pancreas, liver, digestive tract, skin. Then we move to the emerald green wheel of light, the heart chakra, the anahata. Love, relationships, and self-acceptance. It's our ability to love. Location center of chest just above the heart. Emotional issues, love, joy, inner peace. Physical association, heart, thymus, lungs, circulatory system, immune system. Then we move to the blue wheel of light, the throat chakra, the Vishuddha. Self-expression. It's our ability to communicate. It's in our throat. What are emotional issues? Communication, self-expression of feelings, the truth. Physical association, thyroid, respiratory system, teeth, vocal cords. And we have the third eye chakra, the ajna, intuition, sense of purpose and direction in life. It's our ability to focus on and see the big picture. Some of us see the trees through the forest through the trees, or both. And some don't see it at all. Its location is the forehead between the eyes. It's called the brow chakra. Emotional issues are intuition, imagination, wisdom, ability to think and make decisions, physical associations, pituitary gland, eyes, and sinuses. And we move to the violet wheel of light, the Sacral, connection to the divine. The highest chakra, it represents our ability to be fully connected spiritually. Location is the very top of the head. Emotional issues are inner and outer beauty, how we perceive ourselves. It's our connection to spirituality and pure bliss, the God, the pure consciousness. Physical associations, pineal gland, brain, and nervous system. Now, as we've watched, and we've moved these energies up through the center of our bodies, and hold them right at the top of the head, we briefly hold them, I am light, I am love, I am, and in that brief moment, we condense and compress them into pure liquid energy, and we release them over the pineal gland. The pineal gland is very important to us while we're in these bodies. It is the gateway to all the particles of existence, to pure consciousness, to the God, to the astral plane and beyond. Now, you can view it through your heart, minds, motion pictures, however you wish. I see it as a green ball, a rosebud. And when I release this pure liquid energy over it, it explodes into a beautiful, massive, multicolored petaled rose with a highly vibrant fragrance, expanding, sending out waves of everything, of pure love, gratitude, connection to you, to the astral plane. All of the locked doors are vaporized. Everything is made available. Your pineal gland is actually your starship. It will take you wherever you desire, whatever existence. We're also aware, consciously aware that we are of and from the highest and deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest and deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. And we are one, the body, the heart mind, the ego mind, the subconscious, the higher self, the spirit, the soul, the pure consciousness, the God. One. We are heaven literally on this earth. Every step we take, we create paradise. We are all gods, so this planet is a God planet. Existing in paradise as a God in a God planet. We have others with us. We have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. We have the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda, Jesus, El Moria, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, Yahweh, Yeshua, many, many, many more. Both of them are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest and deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest and deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. Now, the archangels, cherubim, seraphim, and archetypes, they are a civilization that vibrates at a different frequency than we do. So we don't see them like we see each other. But we do meet with them, interact with them, all through this life. And we don't usually pick up on it until afterwards. And afterwards, it dawns on us through the heart-mind. I was an angel I just had a conversation with. Man, that felt good. That was great. Always bringing a message, always reminding us of things that to don't take this life so seriously and be happy and laugh. Now, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90,000 can surround any one of us at any one time. Because of their vibrational frequency, they can house a large number in a small area. Ascended masters are those who have mastered ascension into body, out of body, and hold pure consciousness God form. We are mastering physical form. We create our experiences in this physical form so that we can perfect our creations. And we're all part of each other. Archangels, cherubim, seraphim archetypes, the ascended masters, we're all reflections, different facets of each other. So we're compelled to call out to all of the other facets of ourselves. All light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude and the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love. Can be in this meditation, this now, performing the circle of light and liberation of this planet. And they come in the gugaplexes. One gugaplex fills this universe. They come in trillions of gugaplexes from every direction, and they are with us now. We call upon all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, agartha, beneath earth. Many, many, many civilizations and species. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and be with us in this now, in this meditation, and forming this circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now. We call upon all the off-worlders, all the galactics, all the celestials, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, this meditation, forming the circle of light. And we're only familiar with a handful of them, barely. Over 1,000 travel through the solar system every single day. Trillions travel the universes every single day. And this includes all the levels and species of these civilizations, the good, the not so good, and the bad. Understanding that only the highest of vibrational frequency can permit each of us to assemble in this meditation. So we have the Pleiadians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, Sirians, Zeta Reticuli, Feline, the Gray, the Nord, the Draco, the Reptilian, the Golden Pyramid, the Avian, and many, many, many more. Now, they've been assisting us in our evolution, enlightenment, ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they come in the billions, and they're with us now. We call upon all of our loved ones, all those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited, and only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of the circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now. We call upon all light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms: on, in, above, and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, this now, in this meditation, and the forming of the circle of light. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. And of and from the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light. Now, we're only familiar with a handful of them. And they come in the trillions, color, shape, sizes, forms, configurations of which we have never seen before. And the ones that we're somewhat familiar with, barely. The fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarfs, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more. And in the trillions they come, and they are with us now. And we're all assembled. All of the highest of vibrational frequencies of deep eternal love and gratitude, that of which we are consciously aware. Arm in arm, hand in hand, all of our gods is one. We're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. And we're all one, and we're all love, and we're all God force, love, light, energy. And we continue to intensify and we continue to expand. All of us form a massive circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now, in this meditation. Full liberation of the civilization, surface population, on it, in it, above and below it, into the highest of the highest high vibrational frequencies in harmony to 5 density and moving forward. The circle of light is the very core of our existence in each and every one of us. It is the God. It is pure consciousness. It is so brilliant and bright that it grays out the darkness of sacred space. It would take 1,000 billion suns in this solar system to even come close to its radiance. We saturate all life, the highest supreme value in the universes, with deep, pure, eternal love and gratitude, liberating this entire civilization in the higher frequency and harmonics. We begin to ascend above the planet, and as we do, we're met immediately with a gossamer field of an ocean of glitter. These are all little teeny mirrors of vibrant colors reflecting, dashing back and forth. All of us gathered are reflections of each other, different facets, aspects. All done in pure, deep, eternal love, vibrational frequency. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is the column that reminds us all that we are the power of healing. Then we're met with the violet blue purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is the column that reminds us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. Then we're met with the white fire. This is the column that reminds us all that we are imbued from head to toe, inside and out, with an impenetrable God force, love, light, energy, eternally. 24/7 we're protected. There isn't one external force, power, energy, frequency that can even scratch its surface. But only you have the power that if you decide to lower your vibrational frequency low enough, consciously or unconsciously, through hatred, anger, fear, anxiety, greed, manipulation, dishonesty. You lower your frequencies low enough to create a breach in your white fire armor, allowing these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. If you do decide to do that, you are then met with the purple transmuting flame. This is a column that reminds us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutralized substance. We can whisk them to pure consciousness where they are vaporized. We then are met with the violet ray. This is a column that reminds us all that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame. We can cleanse, purify, harmonize the area where the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our harmony of deep eternal love and gratitude. We are then met with the golden white pink light. This is the column that reminds us all that we are the sunsets, the sunrises, the sunshine, light, the sun, the rain, the rainbows, the trees, the forest, the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams, the soils, the earth itself. The sky, the clouds, the snow. We are everything. Now, some of us, we continue to ascend above the planet, and as we do, some of us step outside our physical bodies, if we're carrying them, and float effortlessly above them. And we come upon a massive crystalline light tower. We created this tower. It is larger than the solar system. Larger than the solar system. And in the center of the shaft, we see this oblong sphere, and it has bands of light around it. In the center is a golden white light that's sparkling and shimmering and sending out beautiful, soft, warm waves of penetrating mist that kisses our faces and absorbs within us of deep, pure, eternal love. And all the colored bands around it doing the same thing, sending out these warm mist waves that are embracing us and entering and saturating us of gentleness and kindness, and generosity and humbleness, peace and joy, and tranquility and benevolence, and prosperity and abundance, and wonderful health and wealth, constantly waving out. At the top of this column, we have the golden ocean. We designed it so it can cascade down 360 degrees, which it's doing now eternally. And this golden ocean is pure, deep, eternal love. And it saturates us all, floods us, bathes us. All of our brothers and sisters in this planet. Lifting, it cannot not lift the vibrational frequencies of the civilization. We are the drops of the golden ocean, and we hold the essence of that ocean. The ocean is the drops, and the drops are the ocean. There's no separation. That's but an illusion. We see our meditative sphere. It's that center circle. We created this sphere. It houses all of our meditations in perpetual motion. Almost 3 years ago, we created it. It holds well over 1,000 of our meditations in perpetual motion. All the deep eternal love and gratitude, all of our vibrational frequencies is one with this meditative sphere. This is why it's so powerful. And this is why it can be seen, heard, and felt in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, forever, beyond, and forever. And it continues every single day to intensify and expand. You feel it flood you. not your body, but your soul, of who and what you truly are. No matter how many times you've been hurt in the past or rejected by someone you really trusted, the energy of love will still be there for you. The source of real love never, ever, ever changes. It is like an infinite sun always warming and lighting the way for whatever is nearby. You are this source of infinite love deep down inside. It's just underneath all the fear and resistance to it. It is safe to be with your real warm self and shine that light on everyone you encounter. It's the safest place we will ever find on this earth. The love will protect you from all harm on any level. You can give it away as much as you want, and you'll find there is always an infinite supply of it at the very core. Some people may feel it, others may fear it. What matters most is that you are in touch with it now, connecting with it and enjoying it as much as you possibly can. The amazing quality of life, this life that love brings, is worth the risk. So take a deep breath right now in this quiet time of this meditation. Commit your life to this love. Perpetually choose from now on to relax into this safe source of love inside. The magic simply happens by letting go of your resistance to it. Today is your golden moment to experience the real truth of how awesome, incredibly divine, and lovable you actually are. I'll join you in the meditation and return to close us out. out through the mouth. Move slowly. You can always choose to be at peace with what is. At any moment of your life, you can decide to accept life's circumstances instead of resist or judge it. The result is total fulfillment and joy on every level of your being. It is your choice each moment where you choose to focus your attention on what you want or what you don't want. So for this day is to only focus on what you want and to be at peace with what you don't want. Entertain the feelings of being at peace no matter what occurs in your outer world. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and the following morning. We will be back here, Thanksgiving, November 26, 2020, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call, and tonight at 9 p.m. for our Time for Change call.
Goodbye.